Hello, welcome to Explore.Repeat. My name is Ethan, and today we're doing a series of videos looking back over the last 6 months. Can you believe we've made it to 6 months? Kind of sneaks up on you, right?
Yeah, it really does.
We just barely realized it the other day.
I was in the shower and it was like date calculation.
I heard you drop the soap. So we're doing a series of videos looking back over the last 6 months to see about things we've done, things we haven't done, things we might regret, things we might do differently. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about each other. So my first question is, actually it's a little unfair. I'm not allowed to ask this question. So, excuse me for just one moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, God. Hello, Laura.
May I ask you, what has been a negative thing about traveling with your horrible husband?
Oh my God. When things aren't going right and we have very little sleep and we're trying to get to the next place and we miss the train and the schedule is off and whatever, whatever it is. I think the hardest part is because we are in each other's faces almost every day, practically 24 hours a day, not always. Sometimes we get into some very heated arguments. Yes.
Hi, how are you? I have a few other questions.
Yeah.
Traveling together as in a pair can be a bit straining sometimes.
Yes.
You think it's the worst when we're tired? Yeah.
I know, I'm cranky when I'm tired.
Yeah. I think those are the worst times too. What's a positive thing about traveling with a significant other or a spouse to you?
Well, I don't know about other spouses, but us, I think we balance each other very well. You have a set of skills with navigating and mapping and your essence for time, which...
Essence for time? I have time essence.
My research skills, and yeah, I think we balance each other out really well.
All right. Yeah, I think it's nice to kind of always have someone to share it with. Yeah, and sometimes it's kind of, seriously, it's a cool thing to sort of bounce that off of. You hear a lot of people always they're always talking about, oh, it's better to travel alone, but I feel like with our personality, we haven't had that much of a difference because we meet lots of people. Because we put ourselves out there, we're not very insulated and just sort of feeding off of each other, because I think that's really the important part about traveling with a spouse or with a partner, be it a friend or a wife or a husband. You have to look outside of the relationship and outside of the couple for those experiences and for that interactions. If you're only looking inside, you're missing, I'd say, 90% of the point of travel.
Yeah, the experience.
There.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The experience and the connection with other people, I think, make our relationship better.
Definitely as a couple, or even if it's not you're not necessarily traveling as a couple, but traveling with a friend, you have to consciously be aware that you have to force yourself to look outside of that. Automatically happens when you're by yourself. You have to, but you have a tendency sometimes to rely on each other in times when you're nervous, when you're traveling with a partner. So it's something to think about if you're traveling with a partner. It's not necessarily negative or bad. You just have to look outside of that for those greater experiences of people and meeting new people and everything.
And then connecting. I think you're definitely a social creature, and I'm kind of an ambivert and can be social or quiet at times. And I think we have attracted different crowds of people. I think that's...
What? I'm just looking at you.
I think their personality...
That's how good my sense of humor is. I just look at her and she laughs. Maybe it's just my funny looking face.
What would you say was the negative experience that you've had in the last 6 months?
I definitely would say, and we have argued less while traveling than while at home.
Yeah.
We have had heated arguments, but actually if you think about how much we've argued compared to how much we argued while at home, I would definitely say we've argued less on travel. And especially when you consider the fact that we are almost always with each other. Constantly. Every minute. For 6 months. Straight. Never gets old. Ever. I think you're right in the balancing of things. Very often when you don't want to do something, I'm usually willing to do it, or vice versa. So that really works out in the end. So, but it's important to be honest, I feel, like with your partners about things. Continuously, before you travel and while you're traveling, you have to be honest about who you are, what your goals are, what you want to do, and execute those.
I think at the end of the day, what's gotten me through it is the thought process that I have chosen to be here. I have chosen to be with you doing this. So it's my choice. And it's not fair to me, it's not fair to you or our relationship that I carry on the rudeness or the crankiness or whatever. And so I have to check myself and then realize that, I'm being stubborn or I'm being obstinate or whatnot, and like get my face back together.
6 months? Gonna do another 6 months?
Yeah, sure.
It's gonna be another great 6 months.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining us here at Explore, Eat, Repeat. Again, I'm Ethan, my extra special guest, Lauren.
Comment and let us know what your negative experiences with friends, family, and partners have been as you've traveled.
Or positive experiences.
Yes, or positive.
We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. And as usual, we look forward to seeing you down the road.